And good morning to everyone. A very warm welcome to you all. Thank you for joining us from the Scuola di Robotica of Genoa, Italy. My name's Robin Williamson, and today I have the honor of being joined by Mr. Matteo Cestari, who is the CEO and founder of Omitech. Matteo, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today. And
Thank
it's a
you to
pleasure
you.
to have you with us.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Now, my first question for you today is: could you tell all our viewers about your company? Could you present Omitech, my apologies, Omitech, and your activities and your company?
Our company was born 23 years ago. We operate for telco operator in telecommunication field. We develop software and other service. This is the main business of Omitech, but some years ago we built a startup about robotics. Something like 3 years ago, we was involved for private experience with some elderly people, and we decided to start to use social robot in this field.
Okay. And the product used their sandbots.
Yeah,
Robots,
we use different robot. In this case, the main robot that we use is a Sambot, but we use different robot. We use a robot different for different situation, because
Okay.
it's very important to use the right robot for the right situation.
Okay, I understand. Now, I understand also that recently during the COVID scenario, the COVID pandemic, Omitech supplied the hospital in Varese with
Yes,
robots. Could you tell us some more about this, please?
we receive a help call, and we deploy all the robot we was able to deploy in this situation. We deploy a team of robot, 6 robot, and only one control to help physician and other person in the hospital to control the patients, to speak with patient. In this situation, the problem was there was not so enough DPI.
Okay, PPE, the personal protective equipment.
Right.
Okay.
And
Yeah, okay.
it was difficult. There was not enough person to assist all COVID patients. So we sent some robot in some room to control the health of patients. And this situation was possible for a physician with only one desk control to control 6 room, 12 patients in some way.
Incredible. And so the robots, they were employed to assess the medical conditions of the patients.
Not really, to control the situation in some way.
Okay.
These are not medical robot. In some way, they are social robot, like a person present in the room. It was possible for the operator to speak with patient and to see what's happened, because in some situation they need basically things to control if there was with a mask, if there was with oxygen, and something situation very easy, but it was important for the patient to have a presence. It was not a human presence, but it was a presence to speak with the operator across the robot.
Okay, through the robot. That's good. And how were the robots accepted by the patients? Did they enjoy having this robotic presence instead of the human presence?
Yes, because it was something. It was something useful for the operator, because it was very so many a few operators for a lot of patients, and to have a way to communicate, it was better to have no way to communicate, to be alone for a long time. So to have to see a small robot, not a danger robot, a small robot that was able to see you, to control, to assist you, it was a help. It was not a problem.
Okay, very good. And the robots, they also had tablets, had smartphones as well for communication
Yeah,
purposes.
there is a tablet inside.
Okay,
Is a small robot. We choose this solution because we was be afraid to fall down in the uncanny valley. The
okay,
uncanny valley is a robotic situation when the people is afraid to have a human interface in a robot. So when the robot is too near a man, in this kind, it was
okay.
something like a toy, a child, a funny presence. It was not a problem in some way.
Okay,
It's
so it was
very,
less like a human and more
yeah,
like a robot, as we can imagine a robot
yeah.
to be.
Because
Yeah.
when the robot is so similar to a woman, so to a man, start some the relation is more difficult for the
Okay.
person.
Okay. So it's better to have something that's a traditional type of robot
Yeah,
as opposed to a
decrease
humanoid.
the level of uh, decrease the feeling, the bad feeling for the person.
Okay. I understand. And also with these robots, was it possible for the patients to communicate with their families who are unable
Uh,
to visit?
not for Varese situation. We
Okay.
build now some other robot which have the possibility to reach the patient in every in every point of the hospital and to
Hmm.
speak directly with with the family, because in this
Okay.
moment a lot of person are alone. It's not possible to visit in elderly people in hospital or in house for elderly people. It's not possible to visit for COVID restriction. So we develop a new solution to communicate without the operator are involved. This is more
Okay.
important. The robot are some way a tool. They
Okay.
need to help the operator, the health operator, not to be a problem for the health operator.
Sure. So it's an additional support effectively.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And can you tell me the other situations in which you deploy your robots in addition to the hospitals?
Yeah, we develop in collaboration with Federico II, professoressa Silvia Rossi, in house for elderly people. This is
Okay,
another situation. A lot of person live alone, and a lot of time they don't remember the daily routine. The
okay,
robot help them to have a daily correct routine when
okay.
it's time uh, to eat, when it's time to take a pillow, and so on.
To take a pill and take a medication.
Yeah,
Okay,
medication. Yeah, uh,
okay. This is really good. So,
it's not
uh-huh.
human is bad, but if it's not possible to have a human, robot
Uh-huh.
is
Yeah, so effectively, these robots are acting as personal assistants for the elderly people to remind them to perform certain functions, to take medication, and to have a, let's say, a complete routine.
yeah. in this moment, the technology is not so high, but the people, the elderly people, need few things to live better, and it's important to give them small things for daily life.
Okay, okay, very good, very good. And also, I understand that Omitech has its own artificial intelligence platform, Vivaldi.
Yeah, because it's important not only have a linear programming for robot, but
Okay,
it's important in a situation understand what is the right decision for the robot. For example, if the robot don't see the person, ask them a new things. If uh, see the person with a bad face, ask them what's happened.
okay,
And this is situation is we call it artificial intelligence. Probably is very simple at the moment, but is very efficient to operate permit to the robot to operate the right decision.
okay, okay, okay. So it's also helping in the decision-making process.
Right.
Very good, very good. And Vivaldi, can you tell me how you arrived at the name Vivaldi?
In some way, one of the main problem about a robot is that they receive a lot of input.
Hmm.
So we need in some way, like a music, to organize all this input to decide the right sound, the right
Okay,
operation for the robot. Uh, we call Vivaldi because we think like orchestra. We need to
okay,
orchestra all the situation to make the right decision.
okay, okay. And this platform is continuously expanding in
Yes,
terms of
this
applicability.
we are building and developing with machine learning this situation, but we all the time we learning new things, and this situation, these things we learn is not about the technologies, is about the human. This is
Okay,
a problem for us.
yeah, okay. Could you give us some examples?
Very easy sample. Usually, elderly people, when we put the robot in a house, ask us if it's a man or a woman, because they need to change their language, their speaking. Uh, we, if we have in front a man or a woman, usually we don't know really, but we change our approach,
Okay.
our way of speaking.
Hmm.
Is the same for a robot with look like a child or a small person.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, okay,
Is in some way like doll effect. Is
okay,
the doll effect for Alzheimer and so on is a situation between a person and this object. Is the same for the robot. A lot of time, elderly people take care about the robot, and they agree in this situation.
okay. This is good. This is good. Okay. And last question, for the future, what other projects are you working on or will you be working on in terms of applications with the robots?
We are developing our artificial intelligence, and we want to develop in a different situation. We are like a small child that increase their operativity and
Uh-huh.
open his eyes to the world. So try to do something more. Mm,
Okay, okay. So always
in,
increasing the awareness.
yeah, in the right way. Because for example, when we put the robot, we discover at the beginning is important. The robot is don't need to interact so much.
Okay.
In the future, he can increase interaction, but at the beginning, he needed to have a low level of interaction to start a relation with the patients. So
Okay.
we need to understand the human effect of interaction with a robot.
Okay, so just as important as the robotic effect is, it's also extremely important the human effect, and how we can best employ robots to enhance, to improve the lives of humans in many different situations.
Right. This is
Okay.
our mission.
Okay, that sounds like a very good mission indeed. And I think as this evolves, we're going to reach out to more and more different groups of humans and to improve their quality of daily life. Great. So, listen, Matteo, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for your
Thank you to
time
you.
today. It's been very good to talk with you, and it's been very interesting to hear about the various applications and the activities of Omitech. So, on behalf of Scuola di Robotica, many thanks.
Thanks
And I'd
to
like to
you.
wish you all the
We
best
have
for the
a
future.
different approach usually. We don't do research, technical research. We make research on the field. We put the
Okay.
robot and try to have some result in operativity.
Excellent, excellent. That sounds like the way forward. Okay, well, many thanks again, and
Thanks to you.
all the best for the future.
It's my pleasure. Thanks.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.